Hey everybody, and welcome back to Bounce Checks, where we are here with Nicole Franzel, the first ever winner of Big Brother Reindeer Games. I'm your host, Katie, and I'm here as always with our co-host Janelle and Isaiah. Nicole, congratulations.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
Of course. First, I want to just start off by listing some of the accomplishments that you've had in your time as a Big Brother cast member. So, we know that you have the record for the longest time in the Big Brother house, which is awesome. You are the first two-time winner in the Big Brother universe. I don't know if this is necessarily canon as a two-time winner, but in the Big Brother universe, you are the first two-time winner of a game. I think I saw somewhere yesterday that you have the most DRs in the house. You're obviously the first ever winner of Reindeer Games. Tell us about your decision to that led you to come onto the show and just how you got here and what made you decide to join.
You mean like Big Brother in general or Reindeer Games
Reindeer
specific?
Games.
Okay, yeah. So, I last time I was on the show, I think was it 3 years ago? And since then I've become a mom. So I have a 2.5-year-old toddler, and I kind of thought like I was just done with reality TV just because like my life has just shifted in a different direction. And I was so happy. Like my whole 20s was dedicated to reality TV. Someone's ringing my doorbell. Oh, my whole like 20s was dedicated to reality TV, and I was like, okay, my 30s, I think I'm gonna like figure out me, right? Figure out what I'm gonna do. But anyways, I got the call, and I was just like, 6 days, I can do 6 days. Let's do it. Perfect timing with everything, and I don't know if I could really ever turn down Big Brother. I've turned down other shows, but I don't know if I could ever turn down Big Brother.
Cool.
All right, Nicole. So obviously coming in here, there were a couple rivalries, like Cody, Brittany, and even some outside the house. How did you plan on navigating these kind of relationships, incorporating to your win?
You know, good question. I think just being genuine and honest with them both. Like, I was just like hurt by both of them, and they both know why I was hurt, and I felt like it was their job to kind of address it because it's kind of weird if like someone hurts your feelings and then I'm like begging for friendship or like, you know what I mean? So I think it was great for like all parties involved for them. It gave them a perfect opportunity to just like confront the issues. And honestly, like I forgave them immediately because like seeing both of them, they were such big parts of my life that like they're like home to me. So I am just really happy that now we're all so good and friends. Like I was never I know that neither one are malicious or anything, and so I know that their intentions were always pure, and I think they knew the same with me. So that's like relationships that you can salvage, you know what I mean? There was no malicious intent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Nicole, my favorite thing about the reindeer games was seeing the women come in outnumbered, and then we see two women battling it out at the end. I just wanted to know, what was it like working with Brittany and with Taylor? How did it go? Anything we didn't see?
Yeah, so the first day we actually made an all girls alliance. And I now seeing back on it, like it makes sense. Danielle and Taylor had like a different alliance that was like they must have been more loyal to, because I was wondering why I wasn't being asked about our all girls alliance like on day 1 and 2. I'm like, okay, like what's going on? So watching it back, it made sense, but I like was just like I'm staying true to, especially I had a bond with Taylor and I had a bond with Brittany, and Danielle and I were working on creating like a closer bond, but she was just like so great to be around. And I was like, it makes the most sense for all of us. Like we have to stick together. Like there's no reason to turn on each other. Unless someone is trying to like use you. Like it just your mind's always going like, wait, are they really with me? Are they not with me? Like, why am I being asked about this? Why am I not being asked about this? Like there's just so many layers to it, but it was all in all like how freaking crazy. Two females in the final two, yeah, only came in with four girls.
Right.
Like you saw the cast, like the boys like crap their pants. Like it was awesome. Like there's not a better way for that to end. Like how amazing.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, that was pretty great. I think when we saw the cast, we were all like, oh, it's a competition show and we have these comp beasts, but you guys really pulled it out and it was awesome, really awesome to watch. As you watch the show, obviously, this is our first Big Brother experience with no feeds. What's something that you wish maybe we saw on the show or you're surprised that didn't make the edit?
Okay, so yeah, this I would say is when I with like the hamster wheel episode, that crazy episode. So Xavier and I like had a talk and he was like, "Hey Nicole, like if you don't throw me in, like I'll do you a huge favor." And actually right before I was like making my choice outside, like we had a private conversation in the house in like Santa's workshop, which is the HOH room or whatever. And then during during the comp, right before they were like, "Okay, Nicole, make your choice." He's like, "Wait, I just want to say something. I Nicole, you made a promise to me not to pick me first." And I was like, "Whoa, dude, you're blowing up my game here. Like, I made a promise to everybody, and like you're really blowing up my game. What are you doing?" So he was like shaking and he's like, "Please don't, please don't." And so he had told me upstairs, like, "If you don't, I'll give you a favor. I'll protect you." And then so I was like, "Okay, cool. I'll throw in Frankie," which is what I wanted to do anyways. And acting like I was doing him a favor when really that was my plan anyway. And so when the favor time came, I was like, "Please don't put Brittany in," right? And I was crying like in the bathroom as Brittany's out there. I'm like, "She's not gonna make it. Like, she's not in a good mental state. Like, I know she can do it, but she can't because she's so frazzled." And so then he came up to me and he's like, "Nicole, I'm really sorry. Like, but I couldn't do that for you because someone told me she's coming for me." And I was like, "What? Like someone said that?" And so I was like, "Brittany, like someone said this, someone threw you under the bus." And I thought at the time, like, and I feel bad, and Frankie knows this. I thought it was Frankie because I was like, "Why did Frankie pick Xavier next?" He's like doing him a favor when I told him, "Don't pick Xavier because he's gonna pick Brittany, and Frankie is supposed to be with me and Brittany." So like all this is going through my head. And then so I called Frankie out right there and he said no, which of course he'd say no even if it was him. And then, okay, sorry, this is so long, but there's so many layers. And then he's like, "It's got to be Danielle." And so then she called Xavier in to see if it really was Danielle. And then she got what she wanted to put Danielle in.
Mm.
But I think it was someone told me that it was Josh, but I don't know who it really was that like said that. You know what I mean? Like there's no way to ever really know. And I love everybody, so it's not a big deal. But they didn't show like where I got that information from.
Mm. Yeah.
Okay. So Nicole, obviously, there's a lot of opinionated people out there. And I think this is our last question. Do you think your time on Reindeer Games flipped any kind of negative perceptions people had on your prior games?
Do I think it what makes people have negative feelings about my game?
No, I was saying, do you think it like flipped any kind of like negative perceptions people had on your game prior?
I mean, I don't know for sure, but if it does, that's awesome. Um, and I do see a lot of love and support, which I'm super grateful for. And I just think like I think that people see what they want to see, no matter who it is. Do you know what I mean? Like if it's
Yeah.
your favorite or if it's not your favorite. And I just I just wish that it was positive for everyone because it is hard like putting everything out there. Just talking to the castmates on downtime and like how much they've gone through with like the hate online and stuff. It's like, dang, like it's everybody and it stinks because we're trying to like entertain you
Hmm.
and that and it's like if you don't like us that's fine but maybe just don't like send death threats and don't
Yeah.
go above and beyond to like be super negative just like ignore us like just act like we don't exist but yeah I do like love the love but I'm also like I know what it's love like to be loved and I know what it's like to not be loved and so I don't let that like affect my daily and real life because that's not like good for me it doesn't matter really what the public thinks it matters like what I think God thinks and my family thinks and my close friends. So that's like all I'm really worried about, but it is nice to like see love, of course.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Nicole, thank you so much and congratulations again. The show blew our expectations away and you played an amazing game. And I don't think anyone can argue with what a great Big Brother player and strategist and now comp beast you are. So congratulations again.
So I appreciate that.